Your Excellency, President Halimah Yacob, Dr. Ang Hak Seng, Commissioner of Charities, Dr. Gerard Yee, Charity Council Chairman, Mr. Sieh Fu Hua, Founder of SSC, distinguished guests, friends of SSC, a very good evening. We're very honored to have your presence here this evening. It is a very important occasion for us, as it is a very important milestone. Tonight, as we celebrate, our 10th anniversary, we give thanks to our generous donors, people who have supported us through the years. More importantly, people who believe in the mission when we first thought about setting up SSC 10 years ago. What was relevant then continues to be relevant today. As what Mr. Sieh has said, it is a journey. In fact, the need to continue to improve on our governance and transparency standards is perennial. This year's theme, and in fact, this evening's theme of making the invisible visible, is about bringing up to the forefront transparency and governance. As you walk through the foyer earlier on, you would have seen 4 pieces of artwork created by a young artist called Ben Lung. Ben has chosen gypsum plaster as the material to create his work. Gypsum plaster, in his words, is the unseen, unrecognized basic material behind the glamorous buildings, the interiors, lovely homes that you see. There is a parallel for us here. For us, making the invisible visible, it is about bringing governance and transparency to the forefront. We want to bring the spotlight on that so that we, with your help and your partnership, will be able to enable charities to better serve their beneficiaries in a sustainable way. We have been in this business for 10 years. We continue to partner volunteers, donors, well-wishers, and other stakeholders to ensure that charities, and especially the beneficiaries, are well served. We intend to extend that service to include smaller charities who will benefit from this partnership. At the end of the day, as I've mentioned in the video, it is all about an alignment of interests, and that is to ensure that beneficiaries are well served in a sustainable manner. We have been asked by the Commissioner of Charities, in fact challenged by the Commissioner of Charities, to extend our services beyond what we are providing. At the current moment, we are providing internal control reviews, process documentation, and we've already extended to include PDPA and risk management. In our discussion with the Commissioner, he was suggesting that perhaps we could use our expertise in providing shared services to widen the range of services that we can offer smaller charities, especially those who do not have the scale. So what we intend to do is to work with the good Commissioner to look for good service providers who are able to help smaller charities in their organizational development, in their infrastructure, and hopefully, with the skill that we are able to offer, the smaller charities will have an easier and more efficient way to manage their business of serving beneficiaries. So more will be announced in time. Before I conclude, I would like to, at this stage, acknowledge the work done by my colleagues, volunteers who have made today's event possible. This is pretty much a homegrown or home-baked event. The videos that you watch or you will be seeing, the backdrop, are all done by volunteers and interns. I would like to acknowledge here the chairman of the organizing committee, Seow Ann, and Seow Ann is a board member of SSC, and also Maurice and the team of a couple of interns who worked endlessly, from logistics to administration to, if you've been contacted more than a few times, to indicate your choice of main course, it is Maurice and a couple of interns. Maurice, where are you? Please. So even right up to the MC, we've got a professional MC, but she's doing this for charity, by the way. I'm sure you know Susan. Okay. So I would like to conclude by again showing my appreciation to all of you who's spending your precious Halloween evening tonight. But more importantly, for believing in us, as I've said earlier on. I hope that, in the next 10 years, we'll look forward to, another wonderful decade of partnering you guys to be out there in the forefront to ensure that, charities embrace good governance. So I bid you good evening, and thank you very much once again. Now, it gives me great pleasure and definitely an honor to now invite our guest of honor, our special guest of honor, to come on stage. She, of course, is a person with a lot of heart, if I could use a colloquial term, a heart for charities and the underserved. So, without further ado, please join me in welcoming Her Excellency, the President of Singapore.